Buenos días, buenas tardes, o buenas noches, depende en la hora. So, good day, everybody. Good morning, whatnot. So, we are down to the end of the semester, and I want to make sure that you are prepared to do the best you can. We're primarily going to focus on what I'm looking for in the final project, but I also want to talk about kind of what to expect from here on out. So, notice everything except for the final project is due on Monday, December 19th by 3. Okay, so make sure you're asking me your questions up and through this week and that you're working on this. You will have some time after it to work on the final project. All right, so first things first, get all missing work done. It also would help you to redo anything that you didn't do well on. This is all going to prep you for the final project, which is due Wednesday the 21st by noon. Okay, that is, and there's no extensions. That is when I need it. Submitted by, because I am going to be done by 3 o'clock that day. And I need to be able to see that it's in, and if I can't access something, I would like to have those last couple of hours to get in contact with you guys, but it needs to be there for me to be able to know that. Okay, so the last 3 things in the last folder is going to be review, some guidelines on how to review. La encuesta is a survey that I'd like for you to take, and then the final project. Okay, so what does this final project look like? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, in this, you're going to pretend that you are a member of your school's media team, which means you're going to be promoting, and in this case, promoting your school for people who do not speak English but speak Spanish, and therefore you need to work in Spanish. Remember that you need to keep it simple and focus on the Spanish you can say, not the English you want to say. So really focus more from that. What can you say in Spanish that's close enough to the truth of what you'd like to say and doesn't need to be spot on? Do not go anywhere near a translator on this, okay? Because you will earn a 0 on the entire project if I see evidence that your Spanish was created by a translator. But do go to the content throughout the course. Do go to your notes. Read things out loud. Review your work. Okay, so on that, you are going to need to create a presentation. Go with what you're most comfortable with. You can use VoiceThread, you can use Prezi, you could use PowerPoint, you could use Google Slides, any of those. And in this unit, I give you tutorials on how to use any of those. So then you're going to focus on 2 of the topics that I have listed down here below. You can focus in on a typical school schedule. This might include times of classes, the days of the week, the class names of the classes, and activities that you may or may not do in school or in a class. You could also focus a little more, or could tie in then to favorite classes. What are the likes and dislikes of students in general and or of just you? So this can be done in the general, like a he or she. It can also be done from your perspective with the maze, the yo. Why you like it as well for classes. It can also look at what you and or other students do in a class. So if you were to look at arte, you could use, draw or paint, materials you'd need for those classes, and then those are the activities that you would do within them. And then this one could be activities you or others do outside of school, but related to kind of like with classmates is the idea. You can include in here for different seasons, there might be different activities. So you're bringing those in. And once again, here's where times and days could also play in. If you have another idea, please let me know, okay, of a topic that you might want to focus in on. Okay, and I'll give you a yay or a nay, and we'll go from there. Then, within each of these, you need to make sure that you're writing at least 3 sentences in simple Spanish. That's that keeping it simple. And that's for each. So that means you need to have at least 6 sentences, but 3 of them need to tie together. As well, be sure to include an image that supports what it is you're focusing on. and then also record yourself speaking what you have written and include that in with the written piece. So that's going to be the final project. I anticipate you won't need more than a couple of hours to complete this. But let me know when you have questions, okay? Hasta luego.